I'm walking into a brand new rental that isn't a condo, wasn't marketed on MLS, and is priced to stabilize, not squeeze. It's part of a federal push to build purpose-built rentals faster, with modular construction and new financing tricks. It looks boring. It's actually the strategy. Here's the thing. Early rent softness in 2026 is the tell. Underwriting expects a rebound later, which means you can lock in better terms right now. I'll show you red flags, green flags, and how to use policy-backed timing to land more space for less. Let that sink in. Why are brand new rentals pricing to stabilize instead of squeeze? Because someone else is quietly subsidizing your leverage. Not your landlord, not your boss. Policy money and cheap debt are doing the heavy lifting while you look like a negotiation ninja. Let that sink in. Here's the thing. A purpose-built rental isn't a condo in disguise. It's designed to lease from day one. One owner, one playbook, no investor group chat melting down over interest rates. No assignment drama when pre-sales miss. It's an apartment building with a single manager chasing occupancy, not a patchwork of private owners chasing a quick pop. That means the whole operation moves like a team, and the team has one goal: fill units fast and hold them steady. But everyone spent years saying more supply fixes rent, and rent still marched up like it was their job. So why would 2026 play differently? Because the pipeline finally switched lanes. This isn't trickle inventory from condo investors testing the market. It's a wave of properties that have to lease in bulk, or the spreadsheet gets angry. Speed becomes a discount. Build Canada Homes is the quiet switch. Think federal push meets financing tools that cut borrowing costs, paired with fee and GST breaks, plus pressure on approvals to move. That combo doesn't just approve more drawings. It pulls entire projects into the ground and drags them to opening day. And when these buildings open, the clock starts. Vacancy burns cash. Concessions become a line item, not a moral debate. Here's the catch: condo rentals can't shake. The condo market runs on auction pricing. Every unit gets tested for the top buck because each owner only cares about their slice. PBR underwriting is the opposite. It aims for long-term stabilized occupancy and predictable cash flow. The math says velocity beats drama. Bulk lease-ups need bodies, not bidding wars, so the offer gets sweeter at launch. 1 to 2 months free. Reduced parking. Pet rules that don't feel like TSA. It's not generosity, it's math. Look at the pivot on the ground. In Calgary, developers who once lived off pre-sales are sliding into rental because financing costs and soft pre-sales turned condo pro formas into horror movies. In Toronto, pre-sale pain pushed projects into the PBR lane, and the big money buyers started circling. Institutions love PBR because you can scale it, operate it, and brag that it helps with housing. It's a clean story with stable income, once it stabilizes. And yes, sector watchers have been calling the shift, from recovery vibes to reinvention mode. The gist is simple. Near-term rent softness as a wall of openings hits, then later upside when absorption catches up and the pipeline thins. Translation you can actually use. An opening window to grab terms you won't see after the ribbon-cutting glow fades and renewal season hits with fewer empty units to fill. So how long does the window stay open? Not long. Once a building hits stabilization targets and a deep-pocketed owner locks it down, pricing power tilts back. Concessions fade. Renewal caps get firmer. The party turns into a regular Tuesday. These launch deals are like a new phone discount from your carrier. They're amazing right now because they want you in the ecosystem. Then it normalizes later. The invisible handout isn't a check in your mailbox. It's a time-bound market glitch created by policy-backed lease-up periods. While these buildings rush to heads-in beds, tenants get leverage that feels rare in a hot market. That's your entry. That's the edge. So how do you spot these units in the wild before the suits buy the whole block and laminate the rulebook? We get surgical next. If rents are set to dip, then rebound, how do you lock the dip and dodge the snapback? You need a checklist, not vibes. A system you can run on your phone between showings, so you don't get cute-talked into paying for their problem. Here's the playbook for 2026. First, hunt lease-up buildings only. New property, first wave of tenants, lots of identical units still empty. Then verify the incentives are real, not window dressing. Get timing right so you sign during their soft spot, not after they hit their target. And avoid traps designed to claw back every dollar you think you saved. Sounds simple, but here's the catch. Some deals are lipstick on a lemon. You'll see shiny lobbies and Instagram lighting, then find baseboards peeling like stickers, or a lease with an escalation clause that jumps faster than your gym membership after the promo ends. Fake incentives? Classic move. They'll quote 2 months free, then crank the base rent so high your net savings melt. So what are the green flags? Purpose-built only. Not condo masquerading as multifamily. Ask who owns the whole building. If the answer is a single owner with an on-site leasing team and office hours longer than a brunch line, you're in the right lane. If the same one-bed layout exists on 8 floors with similar exposure, they're leasing in bulk. That's leverage. Concessions should be obvious and printed. 1 to 2 months free, parking reduced or optional. Pet policies that read like, yes, your cat can stay, not submit a novel about your dog's feelings. If they mention modular or prefab construction, that often means faster delivery and a bigger stack of units hitting at once, which usually equals better terms because they need velocity now. Now the red flags. MLS-only listings that pretend to be PBR? That's a condo owner fishing. Keep scrolling. Watch for amenity fees that feel like a second rent payment. Sauna you won't use. Co-working that closes at 6 p.m. Mystery tech package. Mandatory telecom bundles are another tax in disguise. Steep annual rent bumps beyond guideline because new build exemptions allow it. If they won't cap renewal increases in writing, you're volunteering for a surprise later. And those teaser rates? If the discount lives only for 3 months and then you get a balloon payment, you're not saving. You're financing their lease-up. Underwriting chatter is blunt about 2026. Rents are likely to drop a little bit more in 2026, with models several hundred basis points off in the front end. And then, in the back end of that model, as you get into 28, 29, you're going to see outsized rent growth. Translation you can use today. Target 12 to 24-month leases during stabilization. Lock the soft period and bridge into the upswing without eating the jump. Here's how you talk at the tour. Ask for the net effective rent in writing, not just the sticker minus free months. Request the stabilization timeline. What occupancy are they targeting by when? Then trade. No car? Swap the parking spot for lower rent. Need storage? Ask for a cage included. Push for simple upgrades, blackout blinds, a better fridge, even a bike rack. And the big ask? Write a renewal cap into the lease now. If they want you day one, they'll consider it. Where to hunt first? Calgary leads, fast approvals, active operators, and enough new supply to create real lease-up pressure. Then Toronto, Edmonton, Ottawa in that order. Be cool in Vancouver. Softer condo pre-sales create noise, but approvals friction means fewer true PBR steals, so don't chase ghosts.